Now, see, where is everybody, Hayden?
I don't know.
I appreciate you in here.
They're
out there.
Where did Drew go?
Who else ain't in here? I feel like everybody left.
Well, I mean,
We're live on YouTube.
did they think they were going on live? I mean, it's just me and you, isn't it? It's so good to be back doing this again.
I've missed you.
God, I've missed it too, man. You really helped me right there.
Yeah.
That was.
Hey, Drew! Where you been all day? Who else is back there? Is this it?
Justin's in the bathroom.
Yeah, Justin went to the.
Man, I am such a stickler for a target. To me, 10
Yeah.
o'clock is the target.
Yeah, so we started. You.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
on. It is.
Okay.
Now, you mentioned something to me that really hit me. Is you have a commitment with yourself.
Yes.
And you've made the decision to get up at a certain time in the morning and have a routine. If you miss one of those markers, it aggravates you or frustrates you,
I feel
or
like I missed a target.
yeah.
I missed a target.
Well, we're supposed to go live at 10.
I tell Van that every day. 8:30, you start. Hey, your job is to start that show at 8:30.
Yeah.
If I'm out in the parking lot, put a blank screen up there. Whose fault is it?
Yeah.
Don't start the show late. We started the show late today
Yeah.
because Van wanted to change out these mics because he's a perfectionist and he says you couldn't hear Eric.
Right.
You know what I said?
What? Go anyway.
Yeah.
Just go.
Get off that. I don't care if you can't hear Eric.
Yeah.
That's not your fault, Van. That'd be my fault for not telling you. That's my fault for not saying. So let's move forward. Hello, everybody. I don't know who all we got. Hey, Joy Calvin. Joy Calvin texted me yesterday when I was in my grouchy mood and I didn't respond back to you. I apologize. I got your email and your text.
Joey, hope you're feeling better. Big
He's
guy.
got the COVID. He's doing big things.
Yeah, he is.
And he sent me a text and he showed me his big things. I apologize. I will get back with you. Man, yesterday I was tired. I was worn down.
Yeah. I came home a little grouchy yesterday, too.
Man, that's why follow-up is so important. Hayden, and I think you've called people so many times where when you talk to them, they're pissed off.
Right.
You just never know when you're going to get them in
That's
a good
right.
mood. You never know
Yeah.
when you're going to get them in a bad mood.
Yeah.
So I have someone right now that I've called probably 16 times, never got a hold of them, just leaving voicemails all the time. And they call me now. They called me 3 or 4 times yesterday. Don't say a word, just hang up.
Really? Really?
Call them back. Call them right now.
Yeah. Do you think you've made him mad?
It's a no-name Lee, like
Okay.
Zillow.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Well, or you said, no, send them a video and say, hey, man, I know I've called you a bunch and you're calling me now and not saying anything. I just want to introduce myself. I hope one day we can talk. Your wife is on here. Hey, are y'all about to move in?
Yeah, we're gonna go move some stuff in today.
Oh,
Congrats.
so you're moving in the house today?
Alright. We got a temp CO, so we can't live there right now, but we
Yeah.
can move. Like, we're getting the nursery set up today.
The power of hard questions, Tommy. I don't want to see
Danny
this focus.
Ward, what's shaking? I love seeing the Saturday hustle.
I want you to
Good
keep talking about
morning
this,
game.
these hard questions.
Well, what do y'all want to talk about today? Because I was really going to talk about lead accountability.
I like the lead accountability.
You don't like? Does Drew like the lead accountability? Why you been so quiet today?
I don't know. No reason.
Yeah. Well, let's ask him hard questions. Why are you sitting there looking pissed off? What is he?
I think you I threw him off with the book thing this morning.
Well, I've come
Yeah,
in.
you
I've attacked him 2 days in a row.
Yeah.
But hey, you got to bounce back, don't you? What's bounce back?
Bounce
Get
back?
the smile back.
Yeah.
No, you haven't. Has Hayden been smiling? Van?
I was smiling when you were getting in my ass.
Yeah. You can't let your energy. You can't let your energy go
Is
down.
that book still in the bag? Get it out of there, man. It's a jinx.
What's up, Corey Calvin?
Corey Calvin, how are you? Man, that's a damn jinx for you right now. I'm serious. I'm not being a smart ass. Piling things on do not help you.
That's right.
Get rid of it.
That's good.
You can come back and reread it, but don't read the book until you're ready to finish it. I'm being serious about that. Things, the clutter, all these things around, those are just things that hold you back. Don't do that. Danny, see, Jason, I don't know if Jason has followed up. We're trying to get a lot of leads to our to Jason. Is it Danny? What's the name of the company? Is it AT&T? What exactly is it? Danny Ward's company, you know, Jason, I don't know what the name of the company is, but he came over and he brought Jason over here, and I think we've got a system where we've got a lot of people. I don't know if they buy the product or not, but if I'm Jason, see, Jason got a lead. We like Jason. We like Jason's on here. We like Jason. We like Danny. We want to help them with their business. But are we going to help them if it's inconvenient for us?
Probably not.
Why would we?
Most people are.
Why would we want to do that? Now, here's what I want Jason to do is to keep coming over here and getting their face. Let me see that list.
Yeah.
He's got a lead, but now instead of getting the lead, he needs to follow up and close the gap on the amount of leads versus the conversions.
That's right. Yeah. There you go.
He's got leads, but now what he's got to focus on is converting these leads. Mm-hmm. How many leads are over there right now? Hell, we've got 60 things pending. I don't know how many of them are buyers. But, you know, Josh was over here one day, and he had a big list of people. I'm sending this to Jason. I'm like, dude, you got to do my shit first.
Yeah.
You know, so it was getting harder. I think Weatherman told him to do all that. But if I'm you, Jason, come over here and say this. Josh, let me see that list. Copy it, then call them. That's what I do. Or if I were you, Jason, I'd come over here and say, hey, let's call them. Let's introduce me.
Yeah.
That's the conversion is the gold. The conversion, not just the leads. So over the last couple of weeks, our golden boy, Drew Kilgore, has been getting all them leads. Give me the leads. I want the leads. Give me the leads. Everybody's tired. Nobody's wanting to work them. Drew was working them when nobody else, and they were just stockpiling. It was a slower time of the year. It was November, Thanksgiving. It was Christmas. But all of his leads were piling up on him. So his brain was seeing all these incoming leads. But what his brain was not focused on was closing these leads. He was collecting leads.
It's good.
So what we did is we stopped giving Drew leads.
Yeah.
We stopped that part. His brain shut down from getting new leads, and now his brain went to, let's close these people. Let's shut these people down.
Because you had too much stuff out there, right?
Had a lot of things going on. Your brain is usually good at focusing on one thing.
Yeah.
Bam, one thing.
Yeah.
It's not good at doing a lot of things. His brain was a little confused at the time. And my pocketbook was getting confused as well.
Well, I like what you said
Then I
this morning
said-
because you're missing appointments. You're not closing loops on stuff in your personal life. He's not reading the book that you gave him.
That was Hayden.
Right? That's what I'm saying. But like,
Hey, you do have a book. What page are you on?
I'm on chapter 14. I think it's like upwards of page 90 or 100.
You should be done by now.
Well, I'm almost done with it.
It's 150 pages. Easy book to read. A lot of pictures. A lot of things. That book's a lot easier to read than his book. Now, why are you taking that book? Are you interested in that book?
I mean, I may read it if Hayden's not going to.
I'm not reading it right now.
Don't take on something you can't complete.
that's good.
Don't give your brain a task that you cannot shut down. Because all that's going on now is a lot of things floating around and nothing's getting closed. It's like getting water out of a boat with a leak in it. Is that what you want? What would you do first? If you had a boat that had a leak in it, what would be the first thing you need to do?
Plug the leak.
Plug the leak. That's what we did with you. We plugged the leads. Then what'd you do? Tell everybody, let's brag. Let's brag on you.
I closed a couple leads.
How many?
4.
You close 4.
Out of
Yeah.
57.
You closed 4 leads in 2 weeks. And I used to not understand. I would hear, what we're talking about today is leads, incoming leads and accountability. How you close these, the conversion. So I was listening to the top realtor in the country. His name's Robert Slack. And to give you perspective, this dude's 73 years old, and they're going to probably sell 4,000 to 5,000 houses this year.
Wow.
So they've got all these leads. They're probably paying $1 million a month for their lead generation. And what he discovered was this. People would close the same amount of leads no matter how many leads they got. Agents were closing 4 leads a month. If they got 12 leads or if they got 30 leads, it stayed consistent. So what do you think he made the decision to do?
Getting less leads.
Give them less leads. What are you really the most concerned about? Conversion or how many leads you get?
Conversion.
Hey, Sonia. Jason, I'm stopping in on Monday, and I have the stats to share with you all. Oh, I like that. What are the stats? What are you going to show us? How many leads you've gotten? How many? Have you converted any of our deals? Are we giving you? That's what he needs to do. See, he needs to come in here and get accountable. Jason does. Let's look at these. Because we want to help Jason. We've welcomed him in here. You're welcome to come in here every Monday or whatever day you want to. Come in here and let's talk about that.
Hey, come in here Saturday mornings. What you'll
Come in here Saturday, but I don't know how focused we'd be.
Yeah.
But see, the point I'm making is you do need leads, but the most important thing is your conversion. How do you become more aware of your conversions?
Well, that's such a strong concept. Sitting here thinking about all the leads that Coach Burton generated in the last 6 or 8 months, and how many we closed, how many we didn't. I mean, lead generation was not the problem. Conversion was.
But see, y'all probably focused on lead generation.
100%.
You're
We were
focused.
more focused on that than we
Let's
were.
get
yeah.
well. See, this started about a year ago when Van started asking me basic questions, and I was looking at him like Hayden's looking at me right now. That same look. Hey,
Hey, he's taking a beating this morning.
Hayden, why you so mad?
I'm not mad, I'm just tired. I woke up.
Hey, I was looking at Van like you're looking at me. Or what do you mean? What are you talking about? Shit. What is it? What is this? You trying to show me up? And he would just keep asking me. And because we started with that question, it has grown. And it has grown. And what we have found is we're collecting more data that we didn't even know we needed to collect.
Yeah.
And I think what's going to happen is now we know we need Larima.
Yeah.
You know, we know the
Okay.
importance. I feel like Larima, salespeople will never give her credit, but because we're doing lead accountability now, I believe that I think Larima definitely needs a little asterisk about this is why we got this deal. I think there's a couple of them. Hey, a couple of them, a few of them. Now, I don't know how many of them, but those leads were definitely, or those conversions were definitely because of something that she did. Do you agree with that?
I agree.
Well, she definitely helped you on one. You know, has she helped you on other ones?
She's helping me on one right now.
Yeah, we're gonna go show them some houses tomorrow.
How did you get this lead?
My mom's.
Okay. No, that's just because we've got more people helping to get more leads in here. But there's been other leads where Larima's tracking a system. This person was not followed up on, we'll call them. That person's under contract, but the person put them under contract will not probably give her credit. But I think there's been a couple of them where she's definitely helped. So here's what I'm going to tell you. Most people focus on the amount of leads that they're getting. Why don't you do this? And we're going to be able to do this because Van asked that question that pissed me off about a year ago. We've got a system now that shows how many leads people are getting. What's their conversion percentage? How many leads? Do you know how many leads you've gotten in the last 30 days?
It's in the thousands.
There's just no way.
It's in the thousands,
There's
I mean.
just no way you can do that. We have found that you need fewer leads to build relationships with.
100%. So I've started focusing, and this is a problem we've been Coach and I've been talking about is, so I've been focusing on one topic around those leads. So it might be a person of interest to say, because we've got a boot camp coming up in February. And so I've just been calling people that are interested in that one thing to narrow it down. Because what was happening is I was taking all these leads and I would come in the office and I was just like, whoa, it's just, and so it was too broad of a focus. And so,
Well, how many are in there? I mean, how many people?
God, I mean, I don't know, it's in the thousands, man.
Dude, if I came in one day and I had 50 brand new leads I could call, I'd feel so overwhelmed.
Well,
yeah, but
that's-
you'd also feel excited.
I would.
It is exciting. No, you're exactly excitement, overwhelmed, and your mind is like, where do I even go?
So
You know?
Van
Yeah,
calls
so-
this
yeah.
something. I think whenever there's a scarcity, what do you say, Van?
Yeah, it's just a scarcity mindset. I mean, if you got fewer, you're gonna focus more quality time on the few that you have. If you got a million of them, then you just kind of start to blow some of them off.
So
Yeah.
who was in here the day the dude from another, like a security system called me? And he was energetic.
I was.
I haven't heard back from him. Forgot about him.
Really? Just the one time? He called
One
you
time,
once
he hit
and
me
said-
up one time and he had a great call. He was really good, a lot of energy. Made me feel good.
Said
Hey,
you were gonna put him in touch with Dan or something, or
I did send the email to Van, but it ain't Van's job to follow up with him. Yeah,
His job to follow up with us.
that's right. I haven't heard back from him. So how many people have you made a good impression, but they haven't heard back from you? And then they forget you because I don't know who the dude was. He would have to call me back and do the same thing. He'd have to win me over all over again from scratch. Maybe you have a little. Maybe you have a little hope. Hey, last time
Well,
I
you
called
remember
you,
him a little bit.
a little bit because of his energy. I mean, he was really good, but I don't know him now. So if you've got 1,000 leads in there, hey, most people really do feel like they've got a lead problem. You really have a bigger conversion problem.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way you can put attention and focus on this is by accounting for the number of leads that you've gotten.
Yeah.
Do you know?
No.
It's hard to improve things that you're not measuring.
Right.
Your conversion percentage will not improve until you're looking at how many come in and then what is your actual conversion rate.
That's right.
Because Drew, he didn't have as many people to call the first time, so what I had to do was cut his. Now he's following up. Now
Right.
maybe it was timing. I don't know, but I do think there is something to your brain taking on things and getting overwhelmed, and it can't be as productive. Right now, Drew, the last 2 weeks he's gone into a hunter mode. Let's shut somebody down. Let's get him shut down. His brain is free to do that. Danny, you should have hired him. You definitely remember his name then. Should have. I don't know. I think he was in Memphis, I think. Maybe he could be. Hey, maybe we could hire the dude. I don't know, but he was really good. So here's what you need to do, Eric. We're going to give Eric an assignment.
Oh, yeah, I like it. Okay.
I want you to track how many leads you've got.
Okay.
Like, how many leads have you gotten since the first of the year?
Man, there's that'd be hard to track. That's the first problem is I don't even know how to track it.
Well, I think you're going to have to probably talk to somebody 14 times today before they buy. That's the number. It's
100%,
About 14 times. So would you rather call a lot of these one-time leads? Imagine this. Would you rather call 100 people one time or would you rather call 10 people 10 times? Same amount of calls.
Yeah.
What would you rather do?
10.
Yeah, but you're not doing that because you got to keep calling all these new
I know,
people. You
yeah.
got to keep calling all these people and you're just stuck in first gear.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're trying to sell people like the first time you talk to them? Like you're-
Well, all right, so, yeah, let me lay it out. So this week, Coach has got a free webinar, okay? I think it's Tuesday night. So at that free webinar, it's going to generate 300 new people, okay? Now, some of those people will be repeats, so I'll hit those. But then later in the week, he's got another webinar. It's free. That'll generate another 300 people. So that's 600 leads just this week. Now, some of them will be fresh and new. Some of them will be repeats. So I may be on the 8th touch with some of those.
What y'all need is somebody to come in here and track the number of leads.
Yeah, I'm
and
gonna start doing
the
that.
conversions.
Yeah, no, I think you're right.
You need
Yeah.
you need software,
That's good.
don't you, Van? It's hard to do this the old school way. Sitting
You're
there-
writing it out. Yeah.
So yeah, it's not going to be. It's going to be forever.
When you got that many.
Well, it's a lot, man.
It's going to be overwhelming. You are overwhelming just reaching out to all the leads coming in. You're not
That's
you're
right.
not exhausted with follow up.
No.
Your brain
Yes.
is not in follow up mode. Your brain is in reach out mode.
Yeah, that's right.
Then you gotta greet, you gotta connect, you gotta nurture, and then you gotta convert.
All right, so you never gave me an assignment.
Your assignment is to take note,
Okay.
accountability of how many leads have come in.
Just this week.
Well, I think it's going to be too hard to keep going back. But man, if I really think y'all need something in there to where, like, if you're turning on the faucet for leads today,
Yeah.
and then you're doing it again in 3 days, your conversion rate's probably not going to be any different.
What do we think a good conversion rate is? Not
Well,
just
I
for
think-
us, but the people watching.
We've got a target. I think I want a 10% conversion rate. That's with the people that you know
Okay.
going in there. So that really helps your percentage go up. That also includes people that come in with bad information, bad names,
Right.
bad numbers.
Right.
Right now, I'm putting a target out there of 10%. I don't know where that number should be. I'm just in the data collection mode right now. But next year at this time, if we converted 15%, I'm going to say that number needs to be 20%.
Are there good leads and bad leads, or is it just a lead?
I think if a lead if it's a good phone number and if it's got a good email address, I think if all the information is right, it's a good lead.
Yeah.
Because sooner or later, those people could buy something.
Yeah.
Then it just comes down to the timing thing.
Yeah.
But what I want you to do, and I'm going to keep this show shorter, so you might want to fire some questions over here, Eric.
Okay.
Is I want you to look at all the leads. Let's just start this upcoming week.
Okay.
This week, how many
Okay.
leads have you gotten?
Okay.
Okay.
And then how many we converted?
How many did you convert?
So next Saturday, I'm gonna give a report.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So by Coach doing these webinars and he creates 600 leads, how long would it take you? Here's the averages. Here's the numbers. Here's the data. 600 times 14.
What's the number? 14?
I think it takes 14
Touch it.
14 conversations.
Okay. Oh, I see what you're saying.
That's
I got-
8,400 phone calls. Can you do that by next Saturday?
Yeah, sure.
Well, let's divide that by 7. You got to make 1,200 calls today a day.
Oh, okay. Without any distractions, me on a dollar, I could get to about 90 a day with no distractions. Okay, so really, ideally, I get to 55.
Now,
to
our new
60
dude
calls.
did 144 in a day.
Okay, well, he's better than me.
He's good.
But
We're
I'm
not going
saying-
to lie, he's good.
So about 60 phone calls a day. Now I do follow up with people through Facebook, social media, text messages, those things.
Okay.
So I end up touching about 85 or 90 people.
So, how often does Coach turn on the lead faucet?
Every day.
Okay.
Every day.
Yeah.
Because they're buying books, they're showing interest to the website.
Yeah, but
they're-
that is just something that he's not intentionally doing. They're just buying these books.
Well, at least once a week we're doing some kind of free webinar or
So
like that.
right now, what Coach is saying is he's got to create leads.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's got to start focusing on conversions.
yeah. It's got to keep him up at night.
That's you, EY.
Oh, that
Yeah,
is
who's
me,
going
isn't
to
it?
take
Oh,
who's going to
yeah.
take the responsibility? Here's what I'm telling you: if Coach converts 600 leads, or 6,000 leads, or 60 leads, what I'm telling you is the sales will probably be similar.
So when you say convert, just so I'm clear, if they bought a book, that would be a conversion?
If they bought one and then you called, I'm talking about the actionable step after you reached out to them.
Okay.
What's next?
Okay. Got you.
Yeah, if I were you, I would do whatever you sell them. If you sold them something, it does not count, Eric. If they bought something, then that's your lead
Gotcha.
to follow up with.
So if he got 600 leads this week, I need to close 60 people this week.
You won't be able to do it because you've got to call 600 people. You're not gonna be able to do this. I've got the data. I've got the stats.
All right, so let's see. What do you think? This is going to be good because we'll get to do this next Saturday. What do you think? Let's say the number 600 leads. When I come in here Saturday, what do you think I'm going to tell you that I converted? 30. Van's saying 30.
Not that you did. They may do it. They may just buy something, but you won't convert that many people.
10.
Maybe.
10. So you're saying I'm going to convert.
How many do you normally convert? Let's give me a benchmark. Don't try to trick me and say,
I
well,
close
hell.
more than 10 people a week.
You
for
do?
Sure. Yeah, oh, yeah.
Well, now you're trying to trick me. Is this including the people? Are these from the incoming leads?
No,
or these?
this would just be anybody.
Well, now we're going to make it apples to apples. Let's talk about the people that come in. How many of those people will you close from the webinar?
It's usually the people that take part in a webinar. It's usually 12 to 15% of the people that are actually on the webinar
Will buy.
will buy.
So okay. Well, you're giving me a benchmark. You're
Yeah.
giving me a target. Let's see.
I mean,
so
those numbers. The law of diffusion is almost
600 times. I don't believe that,
always- It's true. It works.
Tiny.
Yeah, but we're going off a higher number than typically. All right, so let's say if 300 people sign up for the webinar, there's really going to be about 150 people on there.
All right. Now
Okay.
you're tricking me a little bit
Yeah.
again.
Yep. Well, we were ballparking at first. Now you're asking me for definite.
Well, okay. Now let me ask you this: how many of the people are Coach just selling?
Oh, yeah. So, all right, that's good. So it's usually that 12 to 15% take action right then. Okay.
Well, you can't get credit for what Coach is
no,
doing
that's 100%. So,
because he's got a captive audience. He's
Yeah.
sitting there and he's selling them
So-
as they're watching.
so there's another. Gosh,
How many
wait.
do you convert?
I mean, there's another 20% in there.
Okay,
But,
well, let's just see
it
what the
does,
data
that
is.
20% takes 14 times.
My data, oh, that's right.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
right.
that 20% takes it takes at least 3 to 5
So if
touches.
I'm watching Coach Bird, if he's doing a seminar or a webinar twice a week, I don't have as much urgency to buy.
Do you feel like you're getting information for free?
That's right.
You are. Hey, I'll just wait till Friday and watch you. Hey, this same
I
shit
just
you
keep
trying to
signing
sell.
up for
Yeah.
these free
Yeah.
webinars.
Well, the value that he's brought over this period of time has generated momentum with us. And we've
But
got
y'all
more
don't
people
know. You don't know. You're not certain. You won't be certain. You won't be certain until when, Van?
until we track it.
Till you know the numbers.
Yeah.
Right now you feel. Right now you think. Right now it looks like.
So how do we track? How do the people on the call track? I got a bunch of people watching on my.
The way you track this is you see how many people come in and you see how many people convert.
Okay.
You'll figure out how long your sales process or your cycle is.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, you don't need as many leads as you think to close a deal. You need fewer people with better follow-up. What's up, Seabolt? You need fewer people to get that 12 to 15 touches in with.
Yeah.
How long does it take to get 100 people 15 touches? Because they don't answer. They're not interested. It's not a good time.
Yep.
They're going to call you back. They'll do it tomorrow. They'll do all these things. But remember, you're marketing yourself by calling. I'm Tommy calling Drew. Drew did not know me. I called him, introduced myself once. Don't remember me. I called 2 times. Okay. After 4 or 5 times, you start to know me. That's when I can sell you. It's hard to sell somebody they don't know you.
I want to get this in on that
Get it
topic
in.
of calls. Is you made a great point this morning. Now your guys are dialing. They're making the dials every day because of why. This is great for people watching, because people would say I got to get 100 dials in today to get this sale, that sale. What your guy? This is what I think. This is so good what you said this morning. Your
Well, let me
guys
say
down-
it, Eric. Let
Okay,
me
sorry.
say it. There is a direct correlation between the phone call, the handling objections on the phone. It correlates to real life action. They're a lot better at closing the good leads when they've been on the phone.
Yeah.
So the reason why I want people making phone calls, it's not so much about converting that particular lead. It's when they get the good opportunities, they're a lot better.
That's good.
They're a whole lot better.
Yep. Because you've been practicing.
You've been practicing.
You're warm.
You're warm. Your brain's in the right process. So yeah, people are asking me, because I used to think all these same things until I knew. I know things now. I know the brand new dude we got. He's the reason why he's where he is because of Josh, Drew, and Hayden. They gave him a target to shoot for. Okay, so when I'm telling everybody, man, he made 144 calls. Guess what? The first question they're asking. Everybody,
How many did you get on the phone?
how many appointments did he get? I'm like, dude, that ain't the purpose of the mission. The purpose of the mission is 144 times he confronted fear. Every time you make a phone call, there's a little bit of a fear. There's something that you got to overcome. He confronted it. He moved past it. See, I'm teaching him something. I'm teaching him to confront fear. Okay?
That's good.
Okay, so he did that 144 times. How many times did someone answer? I don't care. You know, I want him to, but I'm wanting to know, can he build the discipline? Can he stay committed? Can he make these phone calls? Now, the more he gets on, the more people he talks to, I've got a number, 10,000 phone calls. 10,000 calls is where I want him to get to. Josh and Drew are probably in the 5,000 range. So, and I tell people, I feel like Josh, Drew, and Hayden hadn't been doing this as long as the other guys, but I would put those 3 guys up against anybody else in real estate in our town.
Yeah.
There ain't many people that are there.
I don't know anybody doing it like that.
Well, I don't know if there's anybody as good as they are.
Well, I don't know anybody. I just watched you guys role play this morning. I don't know anybody
Well, you
doing
just
it.
saw Josh, but I'm saying this because I am bragging on what they've done. Is I don't think anybody's as good as they are.
Yeah.
Because
agree.
I hear the way they handle phone calls. I see the way they do it. What's holding them back is product knowledge, experience, and that's something that
Right.
Drew's working on now. We probably need to bring that in a little bit sooner, because if you don't know your products, if you don't know things, it's a lot harder. See, you're going through that. And the purpose of you getting with Stephen and Shawan is because you get the benefit of him. You know, you get, like last year, Drew was involved in a lot of these deals. That helped him. Now, what Drew is doing is he's learning how to shut down deals now by himself. He had the big bad weatherman last year helping him make that shit look easy.
Yeah.
Weatherman makes stuff look easy. He's patient. He can do things most people can't. I mean, whenever somebody is looking to buy a house, I don't know if anybody's as good as Weatherman. That dude is good. Man, I would be, whenever I'm talking to somebody and I'm going through what, I'll get frustrated, I'll get emotional. Dude, Weatherman can just handle it.
Yeah.
He don't care. He's good. Damn, he's good. You got to see that. He makes it look easier than it actually is.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get out there and you're like, shit, I don't know why. I mean, I'm doing what he's doing.
Because he's
But
a
hey,
pro.
but
Yeah.
Drew, the fact now, hey, I'm holding Drew to Weatherman standard.
Yeah.
Bitching at him. You know, Weatherman does things that are unreasonable. Why ain't you doing that, Drew? What that does, it probably pisses Drew off. But what it does, it raises his standards. Drew won a deal this week that had 20 offers on it.
It's good.
I mean, the way this works is not because of me, it's because of the team. You know, this wouldn't, I can't teach Drew what Weatherman knows. Weatherman is the dude whenever it comes to getting somebody a house. There's nobody better than that guy.
It's kind of like when you watch professional golfers on TV and you think, man, I'm gonna go out to I'm going today. I'm gonna kill it 300 yards.
Curry On is on here. What
Yep.
type of message do you leave them to call you back, or don't leave a message? Is there a specific strategy, or does he get to speak a large portion of these calls? Or does he get to? No, he does not. First off, get to speak with these people.
Great question.
But if Carrie Ann Sear calls somebody, they're going to call her back because she's Carrie Ann Sear.
That's right. She's got status.
She has status. So
But if
she
I'm
think-
calling somebody-
she thinks it's a lot easier than it is. So here's my purpose. Always leave a voicemail. Always leave a voicemail of the number that you want them to call back. I mean, on the number you called from. Like, so if I'm calling from my cell phone, don't give them a different number to call back on, because that's confusing and I ain't going to deal with it. So what it turns into now, which is Curry On specialty, is Noah is becoming a marketing person to that person. And what I mean by that is they don't know Noah, but after 5 voicemails, that same damn dude keeps
Yeah.
calling me.
Video
What
text
he's
messaging.
trying to do is overcome obscurity with that person.
Mm-hmm.
They're not, no matter how good the voicemail is, no matter how much creativity, they usually don't call you back. We ain't going to call him back. I ain't calling that person back. So what we're doing is we're, number one, with Noah, he's calling out to these people to overcome fear, to build his courage muscles, stay committed, which is going to lead to more confidence. And then he's really trying to burn his name onto their brain.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Drew, it's Noah again. How are you, man? Hey, I just want to reach out to you. One of these days, I'm going to catch you. Have a good day. We can say call back. We've done all the tricks. Hey, we got something to tell you. Got something good for you. We lie. We say all these things.
Yeah.
It don't matter. What I want to do is you to know me one day. Because Hayden called somebody 21 times. Was it that many times?
Probably 30.
There's a
he
lot
call-
of times.
did
There's
they
a
call
lot
you
of
back?
times. No, they didn't. Well, maybe no. He kept calling him, and he finally got the dude at the right time. And then guess what? Hayden had to go sell my damn house in Kentucky.
Oh, that guy?
That guy.
Is that right?
I didn't know you called him that many times.
Well, yep. I could talk to him one time. He said he was moving down. I mean, he gave me the runaround.
Yeah.
I'm moving down. I'll move
Yeah.
down there when I get a job. And I called him seriously 20, 25 times. Nothing. Called him one day. Hayden, I'm on the way down there, man. I have nowhere to live. I need to find a place today.
Now look, he knew you because of the always leave a voicemail. The reason why you want to leave a voicemail is so they'll remember you. They'll get to know you. Like if I know you called me and you don't leave a voicemail, it ain't like you tricking me.
So he was paying attention to you,
He didn't have a choice.
even though he wasn't,
He
right?
didn't have a damn
Because he
choice.
stayed in there. That's so good. That's strong.
Yeah, the purpose of the call, you need to think of yourself as I'm marketing to this person.
Yeah.
It's me again. 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 Finally, they'll, hey, what's up? You got any more questions?
And he was going to meet a realtor.
Was he?
And I said, no, man, let's go eat lunch. I said, because there's a listing agent. And I said, man,
Don't do that. Don't do that to me. Dude, I've called you 25 times. Imagine how I'm committed, man. One of us is committed.
I'll buy you damn lunch. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Hey, if they say, and you need to be able to have things to overcome with humor. If they say, man, you've called me so many, dude, I'm committed to helping you. I'm committed. It only takes one person to be committed.
I think the greatest thing I get from you from coming over here on Saturdays is how you are such a good question asker. You ask unbelievable questions, and they're hard sometimes. You do it for me. Like if you invite me over here, say, "Now, you sure you can come? Is there any reason you can't be here?" Or, you know,
I'm getting the commitment.
You know?
You can't give yourself an excuse not
Yeah.
to come here after the things that you told me.
Now, you told me you're going to come. Are you sure you can be here?
I'm validating the commitment by
That's right.
doing that. That's how you should be doing it with people.
I want talk to the fans on here about the hard questioning.
Fans, hard.
We have fans.
The fans. I
We
don't
do.
know if there's any fans, but we appreciate. Hey, if you're on here, do me a favor and share the stream. I'd
That's
really
right.
appreciate that.
Yep.
Hard questions build trust. You know, it
Most
looks like
salespeople don't ask hard
they're
questions.
scared to ask the hard
Yeah.
question. If I ask you a hard question, it looks like I'm really helping you with your interest. I'm
Yeah.
protecting your interest. A lot of people, hey, now how does this make sense for you to do that?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll always pull them out. I don't pull them out. I don't ask them to show them up. I'm asking that because it aligns us together.
Yeah. That's right.
We're together on this. Most salespeople, their brain says this, or the buyer, they have such sales skepticism in the person they're talking to, they don't trust anything. So usually a salesperson's not going to ask you something like, now, how does this make sense for you? Why would you do this?
What's a hard question for these guys to ask somebody that gets on the phone with them for the first couple times? What's hard? What would be an example? What do you try to-
I mean, one, we're trying to get time, and then two, I'm always trying to push someone to an appointment.
I got you.
So, I guess the really hard question would be, well, you know, you've seen 123 Main Street, this is a property you might want to get out and go look at.
Yeah.
I'd say it a little bit better than that, but, you know.
Yeah.
Setting that appointment, I guess, would be the hard ask on a phone.
The real hard thing y'all should be asking, hey, I want to work with you. I want to get your commitment. I want to do things that demonstrate to you that I'm the right person.
Mm-hmm.
Would you be open to that?
Ooh, that's good. Yeah.
Asking questions like that because our product is not what we're selling.
So,
What we're selling is a connection, a commitment to provide the service.
anybody that's in sales is trying to get that commitment. I want to do business with you. I want you to, you know.
Yeah, but a lot of people, they may try to put you into a position to where it's commodity shopping.
Yeah, sure.
Who's cheaper?
Yeah.
Why would I go here?
Mm-hmm.
Why would I do this? Why would I work with you?
Yeah.
If I feel like I've got somebody, hey, why would you want to work with me?
Yeah, the thing we talked about this morning that was really good that helped me was that person that you're in a sales conversation with is going to go home and talk to their wife, or they're going to have a conversation with a coworker that's helping them make the decision. You want them to have that conversation with you right then, right?
Yeah, because whenever they walk away from you, if they don't make the decision to do it, whenever they don't make the decision to do it right then, there was a reason why they didn't do it right then.
Yeah.
And if you don't know what that reason is, you cannot close them. So whenever they walk away and you don't find this out and discover it and talk about it, I'm going to talk to you. And usually the person that I'm going to talk about probably does not have enough information. What do you got?
Brother, man, I gotta go see the retreat.
There you go.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Hey,
Have
turn
a
that
good-
frown
Yeah.
upside down.
Well,
but
those
hey,
guys they're already at a no, so go ahead and get it out, right?
well, a lot of people don't want to do that because they don't want to. They're afraid they're going to push them to a no.
Yeah.
So they think by giving them time,
Mm-hmm.
but you know, time doesn't make the decision. Certainty does.
Yeah.
Does that make?
Yeah, strong.
I was wondering if I was going to get your time does
sorry.
not make the decision. Certainty does. So by giving someone time to walk away, and then they go talk to Lorema. Well, Lorema gives them some bad information that makes them even less certain.
What is it most people want? Distance. They want time. They want
Information.
information.
Yeah, people cannot decide without information.
Yeah.
Where they feel like I've got all the information. Hey, have you seen enough information to make your decision?
Yeah.
And I'm going to say something like, hey, time's not going to help you make this decision, Eric. The only thing that will help you make this decision is you're certain of it. You've got all the information. You're certain you're making the right decision. If you were deciding right now, how would you feel?
I'd feel great.
Is there any reason why you won't go ahead and just do it right now?
Well, no, wait a minute. I gotta go home and talk to my wife. You know?
What do you think your wife would say?
Oh, she's gonna be.
No, I would make them right first.
Hey, I know what not to say. I know what not to say. This guy that called him yesterday.
I would
Yeah,
do
I
that.
don't know what.
I would make Eric feel right there. Of course, man. Hey, how could you make a decision without talking to your wife?
Sure.
What would happen if you made a decision without talking to your wife? How mad would she be?
So your wife wears pants.
No, Dave.
Yeah, say that.
Yeah.
Say that.
So
Yeah.
the objections agreed.
It's good to always try to show them up. That's the good thing to do. No, you need to put yourself in their shoes, and you need to communicate like how you would feel. It's how I would be very honest.
So you're not the boss here. You're not the boss of this.
I might
company?
even say, hey, did you talk to your wife before we met
Right.
today?
Yeah.
What was she telling you to do then?
Yeah. Yeah. What have you guys been talking about this decision?
Well, what does she think you should do?
Sure. Hard. It's a very direct, hard question.
What does she think you should do?
Yeah. Well.
Before you met today,
Yeah.
what would she have told you to do?
Oh, she's been wanting to do it.
Is there anything that might,
Like, are y'all on the same page?
well, is there
Yeah.
anything that might change her mind?
Stevie Z.
Good afternoon,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen.
Come on through.
Come on in.
Hey, is there anything that you've learned today if you told her it would change her mind?
Yeah, I think so.
What?
Well, she didn't know about this certain aspect of the house that you told me about.
Well,
Right.
but you can't buy a house without your wife.
Yeah.
Which is, he'd just be honest with me, Eric.
Right.
If you didn't bring your wife out here today to look at this house,
Yeah.
right now on a scale from 0 to 10, how serious are you about buying
Well,
right now?
I'm at an 8, but
Where's she at?
well, I got to get her over here.
Okay.
right.
Well,
I mean-
why did you not get her here today?
Boy, she didn't want to come.
Okay. Well, where would you say her interest level is?
Well, I'd say she's probably at a 2.
Okay. Now, do you know why it's at a 2? Is there anything going on? Is there anything we can do to get her up?
Well, she
Or
wants
is-
she wants the house over by Blackman.
But right now, does she want to buy something? But right now, on a scale from 0 to 10, does she want to buy something right now?
Heck yes.
What number is it?
I mean, it's high. I mean, it's 8.
It's an 8. Is there any reason why you can't buy right now?
None.
Well, how can you justify going out looking at houses without your wife?
Yeah.
See, these are hard questions.
Yep.
It partners us up.
That's good.
Why would we isolate this decision from your wife? Why are we doing that?
Yeah.
Why didn't we bring her?
Yeah.
She must not. Does she like me?
She loves you.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be asking those. Well, if I was
Yeah,
her,
yeah.
I'd be a little upset that if I'm just taking the husband, if I was her, I'd feel unappreciated.
That's almost something you handle on the front end, like if you're setting an appointment, as you are you and your wife both coming, right? Or do you do that kind of stuff, or you just not really?
Probably not until we get out in front of them.
Okay.
Right now, we're just begging to get in front of them.
Yeah, yeah,
Because what we have found is if you get in front of them, it's a more likely conversion.
right.
But whenever there's multiple people involved in the decision, I'm going to ask, hey, don't you think you need to bring them to everything? If they're part of this decision, the reason why is they need to be there so they can make the decision right then.
Yeah,
I'd ask one of my clients that the other day, because they got 3 decision makers, and there was 2 there. They left 1 out of this showing I had set up for them. I was like, so would you be prepared to buy it? David's not here today.
yeah.
Has
Right.
he seen this house? Have you shown him the pictures? Is he kind of on board?
Mm-hmm.
And she said, yeah, he's pretty much giving me the reins. He knows we're on the same page of what we both want.
Yeah.
I was like,
Okay. So then you went through it.
So,
We
but
wrote a
hey,
contract.
you got to build her certainty up
Yeah.
by asking. Now, if you see the house, you fall in love with it, are you sure that you can make this decision without him?
yeah.
Because you know how fast these
I
move.
had that conversation with her at the end, and we wrote a contract on that house.
See, if
'Cause
you
built
don't,
it up before.
if you don't have those
That's good.
conversations,
That's good.
if you don't have those conversations with them, they won't have the certainty needed to make the decision. Remember, people, they don't buy because, number one, they really struggle making decisions. People struggle making decisions.
Fear. They get
The
scared.
number one thing people want to do to add, the number one thing people want to do when it's time to make a decision is add some time.
Yeah.
I feel safer with time.
Hey, can you call me tomorrow?
Call me tomorrow.
Yeah. Right.
Of course I can call you tomorrow.
Yeah.
When I call you tomorrow, what would you like us to talk about?
That's right.
I'm making you feel right, but hey, if you, I mean, right now, based off what you know, do you feel like this is something you would do?
Oh, I'm ready.
Why do you feel like you're ready?
Well, I like this, I like the price, I like the location. I like
On a scale from
I like
0 to
Stevie Z.
10, on a scale from 0 to 10, how certain are you that this is the right product?
Oh, I'm at a 9.5.
What's stopping you from doing it right now? See, there might be an unspoken reason.
Yeah.
What is it?
Well, and, ooh, yep.
All right, now my wife's needing something, a laptop charger up to her office.
All right, now, so 10 o'clock on Saturdays, we're gonna go live, so if people. are
Next
out-
Saturday, 10 o'clock, we'll be back.
But if they're here in
Eric,
Murfreesboro, they need to come.
they need to come over here, but Eric needs to bring how many leads he got last week, or this upcoming
Okay,
week.
okay.
I want to know
Okay.
how many of them got converted.
I'm gonna report.
Everybody have a great day.